What is up, YouTube world? One card in the mail today. Figured I'd open it live. It's a card of decent prestige. I'm hoping it's the 2004 Prestige. Ben Roethlisberger. It's coming from the Great White North. All the way up in Canada. Now you recently fell down, but if you've seen the old content on the channel, that's pretty. I'd like a little more bubble mailage, but again, that's fine. You've seen some for sale videos. I speak of grails. This is, I still haven't got my want list out, which is fine. In due time. But I've got one. I had some omissions that, again, I should have written everything down first, but I want to get that list out. And I want to get it right. Because there's stuff that may not be as valuable as other stuff, but to me it's more sentimental isn't the word. Nostalgic. I'm like Andy, I'm nostalgic about, well, not baseball cards. I'm nostalgic about cards. So, this is a real without further ado. This is just fucking sick. Now this would be a copy of a card I'd like to get two of, so I could peel one and leave one under the peel. But if you look down by his right blocker, by the goal, the net there, you can really pick up the foliage, the rainbow, even the left side too. Up top, you can notice it. I mean, it's definitely like a sort of like a sunrise or sunset. Yeah, sunrise on the horizon. But to get this, and I just about had the number 2 on the list. But again, as I've mentioned, it's numbered 5 of 25. I want to thank the seller, Chris, up in Alberta, Canada. Super nice dude. I mean, willing to work with me. And that was the key. He didn't have to. I had expressed in messages. He had his price with the best offer. I had offered, and then I had messaged him. Said, hey, I really would like a legit shot at this card. Again, if it's not within my price range, I am 100% fine with that. I'll be grumbly. I'll be a dick for a little bit, but again, it's okay. He wants his price. I've got sort of my boundaries set in mind. So when I started showing, he said, well, there's a couple others that are out. I said, well, those are the totally certified golds. These are not the mere platinums. As notated right there. Get you another. That might be a better look too. Even sideways. He was super easy to work with. I think his Pitbull something was his eBay username. Pitbull with some numbers. But I'd showed him a Gretzky that sold. I was like either BGS or PSA 9. And it had sold for like 1700-ish. Not too awful long ago. I mean, again, this current sports market is unlike any other, where it's like literally one sale at dawn can be beaten by a sale at dusk by 400, and then like 2 days later a sale at dusk can be like $300 cheaper. So the ebb and flow, the peaks, the valleys, they are it's an ever-changing market with sports cards now. So I said there's that. The two that have been on eBay, the Mirror Golds, have not sold. I've watched them. And so we got back and forth, and I said, what? And I hate using this line because I hate when people use it on me. And that's fine. Everybody's looking and angling for a deal. You just have to be transparent with yourself and the people you deal with. It's like, what? I don't want to know what your bottom dollar is, but I mean, what would you feel comfortable taking now, knowing that the Gretzky sold at X? There's been a war or two up. Again, just let me know either way, and I can see if we can make it work. If not, I at least gave it a shot, and that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I had at least a shot at this. So he gave me his number, dollar-wise, not his telephone number, and said, okay, that's at the top end of what I wanted to pay, but at the same time, the top end of what I knew if I wanted to get it now and not have to pay possibly more 8-10 months later, because who knows what the hockey market's going to do. Just because everything else is creeping up, and not even creeping, it's just like a bullet train over in Japan, zooming past you. The baseball, the football, the basketball, a lot of those key cards, inserts, icons, legends, whatever it may be, are all going stupid, which, again, some of the basements are low, but a lot of them are just $800 for an optic Mahomes rookie. That's not Southern hospitality, but that's ludicrous. So when he told me the number, I said, hey, if you can give me some time, I will purchase this. I just need to put together some sales, and I don't want to take this completely out of pocket. I mean, if I can offset some of the cost with selling a few other cards that I like, but at the same time, I will not like nearly as much as this one. I'm going to do so. Just give me give me 10 days. And he's like, it's perfectly fine. Just get back to me when you've got the funds or whatever you're creeping towards it. Told him I made the offer, and he was out of town for like, he had just said he'd left town for like 4 or 5 days to work. It's like, shit. Because you don't know. You don't know. Again, people may have good intentions initially, and maybe somebody else comes swoops in and says they want to offer X amount more, so you sort of left in the cold. I didn't get that feeling, but it's always an ever-present thought in the back of your mind, because in this market, money, I won't say trumps or supersedes all, but there's a lot of times money, without being transparent, can put a dagger in friendships or conversations. So he said, hey, just I'll get back to you when I'm heading home. Throw up the offer. I'll accept it immediately. I'll ship it out the next day. I'm like, fine. That works for me. But again, me being, again, not laser focused, but when I want something, I can afford it. I can put together some packages to get something that I desperately want. You get nervous. It's like with any collector of any card. When you see something you really want for your collection, you just get nervous. When I won't even say it's like a snafu, but it's like a little hiccup. You're like, oh, okay, I can wait. But at the same time, whew, let's get that here. I need to get it here. I need to get it in the pay, boom, done, whatever. So he messaged me, and it was, I think, later in the evening, 7ish. Hey, I'm on my way back. I got out of work. And they let me back early or whatever the case may be. And then paid him. Half hour later, he's like, thank you again, man. I hope you enjoy this card as much as I did. Sending it out tomorrow. I'll get the tracking updated, which he did. He took a picture of the tracking, or the package, and then sent that to me too. So I mean, there's so many stories of shitty sellers, shitty buyers that are out there angling, conniving, not being transparent, not being forthright with their intentions, trying to get a good deal just to flip a card for over 2 times what they paid. That you never know. It's not that you can't trust someone, but on eBay, what incentive does the seller have to hold up their end of the bargain for you if somebody comes and offers more? So I'm glad I was able to piece together the sales. I'm glad, again, everybody that's bought stuff or that's working on purchases from me, thank you. You don't know how much it means to me. I've still got a bunch of stuff. I mean, there's more I could even list. I don't know. It just depends on some of the stuff. If it gets hot, I might do it just to capitalize, because I want to get cards like this in the collection that I will enjoy more than, again, like a Largent patch auto or a Mark Duper patch auto. I've got a few of those each. If somebody's out there looking for one, I can part with one. 3-4 years ago, I wouldn't have said that because I wanted everything, but I know cards like this are going to cost money. These aren't like, oh man, once a week cards, once a month cards. These are if not once a year, once every 8 to 10 month cards. And there's a couple on my list that are going to be in that category. So if I can bank more money and be prepared if and when they come up, and if I have to sell stuff that I won't say I don't want to sell, but if I've got 7 Jack Lambert patches and somebody comes wanting like a 2008 patch back, possibly, I'd sell it to them the same price I bought it for, because it's gonna fund more cards, more enjoyment in the hobby. And if I can, again, when you listen to a lot of my videos, you'll think, Dave, shut the fuck up. You don't want enjoyment for anybody else in this hobby. When I see somebody that gets a card they want, a card they've been not lusting, yearning after, desiring, and it's actually going to be something that's like a PC for life card, not bullshit. I'm going to say PC for life and sell it under a month later. I'll help you out. But again, that's because I'm hoping that they're transparent with me, and most people are. So you try to give the benefit of the doubt, and most people, I'm happy to oblige. So once again, everybody that's purchased stuff from me or you're considering, know that those monies are going into other PC items. It's not just, I'm going to buy this and I'm going to flip it. Not a chance. That's a Grail card. That's my number one want. So when you see the list, this will still be at number one. Because I made the list, I think, January 1st. So it's gonna be all the cards that are on there, plus a few more, because I went from 30 and I'm thinking about a 60 card list. So because I love lists, and I love not to use them. But this will be number one. There's another one I showed on the podcast that I haven't shown in a mail day. That might come up. When I upload this video, I might do that mail day video and upload that to go head to head with Carlos's on Friday. But there's another one there that's another top 5, top 10 card that's in the list. So thank you again, Chris from eBay, for selling this to me. Thank you everybody for purchasing. I'm super stoked. So again, go back, watch those videos, ask if I've got something. I've got a few deals I'm still working on. I know this. Some of the key cards are gone, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And if you got any rare Martin Brodeur cards, please connect with me. I'm willing to buy. So take her easy, YouTube. She's easy. Take her twice.